Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. I miss all of you and I can't wait to see you again. I'm looking forward to the fall when we can start joining together for our Bible study and worshiping together. I wanted to share some encouraging things that have been going on in our lives, and I hope it encourages you. A few weeks ago, I'm sure, as most of you know, we have a 5-year-old son, Jackson, and then we were gifted guardianship over 4-year-old twins. Currently, right now, we still have them, and this September it'll be a year already, which is so amazing to think about that it's been almost a year, but time goes by so quickly. A few weeks ago, I got a call from the aunt that lives near me, and she told me that the mom had gotten out of jail. She's in Georgia, and that she was afraid that the mom was going to come up here and get them, and just like panic on the phone, and which then sent me into a panic. She then got off the phone and called the jail where the mom was at, and the officer there said that the mom could come and pick them up at any time. She calls me back, so more panic set in, and I'm just, my mind is going everywhere. And I kept thinking, like, why would the Lord give us these twins if they're just going to be taken away like this? And my thoughts, were all over the place. I'm panicking. I'm scared, for the safety of, our home, of the kids. And just the thought of the twins being taken away was just tugging at my heart. It was a very scary time, and each day is still scary because we don't know what's going to happen. Our prayer is that we are able to adopt them, and that is our hope. But as my thoughts started to calm down, I have been reading a book by Paul Tripp called Parenting, and the introduction alone has totally changed my mindset. And I'm just going to read a snippet of the introduction. So it says, ownership parenting is motivated and shaped by what parents want for their children and from their children. It is driven by a vision of what we want our children to be and what we want our children to give us in return. So my thinking of like what I want for them, and then it continues on, and it says the word that the Bible uses for this intermediary position is ambassador. The only thing an ambassador does, if he's interested in keeping his job, is to faithfully represent the message, methods, and character of the leader who has sent them. He is not free to speak, think, or act independently. Everything he does, every decision he makes, and every interaction he has must be shaped by this one question: what is the will and plan of the one who sent me? The ambassador does not represent his own interest, his own perspective, or his own power. And after reading that, it totally changed just the thoughts and the perspective that I had on the twins as well as our son Jackson, because they are not ours. We are ambassadors for Christ, and it's my job to represent Christ in their lives. And no matter the outcome of what happens with the twins, I'm still an ambassador, and my job is to demonstrate Christ to them. And I need to do that in stressful situations and unknown situations, because they need to have a view of Christ that is steady at all times, and he is sure and he has a plan, and I need to have that same perspective. On that same day, I've been also reading through Isaiah, and I came to Isaiah 51, and I'm going to read to you verses 1 through 16. And to me, it was just such a wake-up call to who Christ is in my life and the comfort that he brings in every circumstance. So I want to close by reading this to you. So Isaiah 51, 1 through 16. Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness, you who seek the Lord. Look to the rock from which you were hewn, and to the quarry from which you were dug. Look to Abraham your father, and to Sarah who bore you, for he was but one when I called him, that I might bless him and multiply him. For the Lord comforts Zion. He comforts all of her waste places and makes her wilderness like Eden, her desert like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness will be found in her, thanksgiving and the voice of song. Give attention to me, my people, and give ear to me, my nation. For a law will go out from me, and I will set my justice for a light to the peoples. My righteousness draws near, my salvation has gone out, and my arms will judge the peoples. The coastlands hope for me, and for my arm they wait. Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look at the earth beneath, for the heavens vanish like smoke. The earth will wear out like a garment, and they who dwell in it will die in like manner. But my salvation will be forever, and my righteousness will never be dismayed. Listen to me, you who know righteousness, the people in whose heart is my law. Fear not the reproach of man, nor be dismayed at their revelings. For the moth will eat them up like a garment, and the worm will eat them like wool. But my righteousness will be forever, and my salvation to all generations. Awake, awake, put on strength, O arm of the Lord. Awake as in days of old, the generations of long ago. Was it not you who cut Rahab in pieces, who pierced the dragon? Was it not you who dried up the sea, the waters of the great deep, who made the depths of the sea a way for the redeemed to pass over? And the ransomed of the Lord shall return and come to Zion with singing. Everlasting joy shall be upon their heads. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. I am he who comforts you. Who are you that you are afraid of man who dies, of the Son of Man who is made like grass, and have forgotten the Lord your Maker, who stretched out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth? And you fear continually all the day because of the wrath of the oppressor, when he sets himself to destroy. And where is the wrath of the oppressor? He who is bowed down shall speedily be released. He shall not die and go down to the pit, neither shall his bread be lacking. I am the Lord your God, who stirs up the sea so that its waves roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. And I have put my words in your mouth, and covered you in the shadow of my hand, establishing the heavens, and laying the foundations of the earth, and saying to Zion, you are my people,